Discuss the future of social media. Each of you is fulfilling a vital role in our nation. You're challenging the media gatekeepers and the corporate censors to bring the facts straight to the American people. Together you reach more people than any television broadcast network by far. Free speech is a bedrock of American life. Our constitutional rights must be fiercely protected. And today I'm directing my administration to explore all regulatory and legislative solutions to protect free speech and the free speech rights of all Americans. We hope to see transparency, more accountability, and more freedom. Words, if you don't mind, about what we're doing, and come on up right now. I think it would be a good time. Okay?
Well, first of all, can we just give another round of applause to the President of the United States for his leadership on this issue? You know, the media says, the establishment media, the fake media, they say, oh, there's no censorship in social media. That's all made up. That's all fake. You and I know that that's not true. You and I know the truth is that the social media giants would love to shut us down. They would love to shut us up. They would love to shut him up more than anything else, and we can't let them. And that's why we need to step up now, and I think we need to say to them, here's the deal. Google, Facebook, Twitter, they've gotten these special deals from government. They've gotten a special giveaway from government. They're treated unlike anybody else. If they want to keep their special deal, here's the bargain. They have to quit discriminating against conservatives. You agree with that? No more. No more discrimination. It's that simple. That's all we're asking for. They ought to abide by the same principles of free speech and the First Amendment that this country embraces, that we love and call our own. And I don't think it's too much to ask for these huge tech platforms who've gotten rich off of our information, right? Off of our data, off of everything we've given them. They've gotten rich off of it. They've gotten rich off their special privileges from government. They want to keep those. They shouldn't discriminate. They shouldn't censor. They shouldn't shut us down. I want to thank the President again for his incredible leadership. Thank you for allowing me to be here. Thank you, Mr. President, for all that you do.
Tell you, just in finishing up, we had a terrible bias. We have censorship like nobody has any understanding or nobody can believe. When you see the Google executives together and one of their executives decides to put it on the phone, right? That's right. Thank you. Oh, there he is. Stand up, please. Stand up. How good. Hey, what a great job. Somebody said he's controversial. He's not controversial. He's truthful. He's truthful. That was a great job. That was one of many. Thank you. Thank you very much. Fantastic. Sort of an opening rally in Orlando, Florida. We had 109,000, maybe more, I think it was 9, wanting to come. We were doing as much as we could to keep people not from coming. We have a 21,000 seat stadium, and then with the basketball court, it held many more than that. It was packed. And we had a similar number outside, and we had thousands and thousands of people that wanted to be there. And this was an opening. And you look at Biden, they say he had 600 people. That wasn't 600. That was 150 people. That was 150. That was a very small crowd. And even their big crowds, I mean, if they have 1,000 people, it's like a big crowd. We have enthusiasm that's far greater than the left. It's not even a contest. They don't want to say that. They never will say that. We had on the mall just the other day, 4th of July, a tremendous success. It was pouring. The weather was just, it's beautiful in one way. They learned it was my real hair that day because I was drenched. Well, that is the one good thing. I ran and they learned it's my hair because I've been through every windstorm, sandstorm. Let's go over here. Let's go this one, that one, this desert. Let's go to this ocean and get out of the plane. Sir, the wind is blowing at about 70 miles an hour. I said, boy, it's got to be mine. But we've seen it all. We've seen it all. And I tell you what, more than anything else, I've met great people. I've met great people, dedicated people. And I think that the election coming up, Kevin, this is the most important election of our times. This is when you ask for a meeting, you get it, generally. I don't know. I can't think of too many I haven't gotten. and you say, I'd like to see you in the Oval Office, or you have somebody call Oval Office. I've been with all of these people at the highest level, one-on-one, just recently with Google, just recently with Twitter, the top, right? And you talk to them and you swear they're like your best friend. Oh, sir, no, we believe freedom of speech. Oh, yes, absolutely. And we go out. He says, who said that? Must come from Queens. So it's very interesting to see that, and the level of, you look at them, the sincerity, and I say, that's fantastic, and they'll leave, and then I'll realize 3-4 weeks later it's worse. It actually got worse, because I say, look, I believe in technology, I believe in free markets, I believe in freedom of speech, I believe in all the things, and they are super genius. I tell you, I'm dealing with China, and they admitted there's nobody like Silicon Valley. There's nobody smart in that sense. Maybe not smart in other senses. I've watched some of them speak before Congress. It's not pretty. I say, I could do much better than that. But I tell you what, technologically, it's unbelievable what they think of. Even Dan and I, when we sat with you-know-who at Twitter, number one, we talked about certain things. He said, we could do this. I said, that's really right. This is incredible stuff. China will admit there's nobody like these brains. But they're not using that brilliance, and they're not using what we gave them fairly. And they have to do that. And we don't want to stifle anything. We certainly don't want to stifle free speech. But that's no longer free speech. See, I don't think that the mainstream media is free speech either, because it's so crooked, it's so dishonest. So to me, free speech is not when you see something good and then you purposely write bad. To me, that's very dangerous speech, and you become angry at it. But that's not free speech. Somebody came to my office, I won't say who, but a very big person. And I said, okay, you don't like the term fake news, which I think I get credit for, but I'm sure if I said I get credit, they'll say 13 years ago, somebody came up with the term fake. I think I get credit. I'd be very proud to take it, but I think I get credit. Now, by the way, the worst fakers of all are using fake news. I saw the other day on CNN, total fakes. I see on CNN, they go, fake news media has reported. No, they're fake news media. They've turned it around. They've turned it around. So I'm not going to allow, and Josh and all of us will be silenced. 2 months ago, we created a new White House tool to report social media bias, censorship, and discrimination. We saw you folks being taken off, and we fought on all of you, and many of you are back now. But many of the names, I won't mention your names, but some of you were taken off for absolutely no reason. I mean, in all fairness, some of you I could almost understand it. I mean, some of you guys are out there. But even you should have a voice. But some of you deserve. Some of you. I mean, it's genius, but it's bad. But they take off people that, that you wouldn't believe. And we received over 16,000 responses just in a tiny little period of time talking about this subject. Based on the feedback that we're hearing from you, I'm announcing that we will ask representatives of the major social media platforms to join me at the White House over the next month, have a big meeting and a real conversation. We might want to invite some of you. I know, Josh, we're going to have you and some of the senators. And it's amazing how the senators, including Democrats, in all fairness, which is probably because they know it can turn on them also. It can turn very quickly.
You have the courage to speak the truth, to do what is right, and to fight for what you believe, and keep doing it.
Damn bird.